Did I switch on the mic?
Yes, you did. You did. Yes.
Okay, so you done the mic check?
I've done the mic check.
Jeez, I didn't even have my mic on and you've done the mic check.
Of course, already, you know. We gotta...
Did it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's it then?
Video
Well, before we
142, eh?
Video 142, before we intro. This one's for us.
Remember the first ever video, like retrospective video that we did in Barracão?
Yes.
You remember
Kind
what
of.
I said in the beginning?
No.
I'm still waiting on my money.
You haven't been paid, eh?
No.
We're paying Andre.
I have.
We're paying Andre
In Coral.
in experience, yeah. So, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the greatest vlog in the world. My name is Jeff, your favorite tour guide in Madeira, and this is Andrea.
I'm Andrea, the guy behind the camera, usually.
Yeah.
This year, not, you know, we've been
You had a few videos.
a few videos, yeah, of course.
So in today's video, we're basically just doing like a little recap of how our year went. We're doing a little bit of introspection, you know, getting down to how we felt about this, how this year went, what we liked, what we didn't like, where we're going, all that kind of stuff. For those of you who are regulars at the channel, you would have seen that we've already done this twice.
Exactly, this is the third time that we're doing something like this, which means that, yeah, we're at the end of our third year together, like making videos, which is like something crazy to think about, you know?
We haven't given up yet.
Not yet,
Not
yeah.
yet, right? 142 videos. As well, we're also going to be, so I've got a couple of questions for Andrea, which I'll kind of answer as well. So I know it's not fair that I know the questions I'm already going to be asking, but I mean, I literally just like kind of went through them. So I don't know how I'm going to answer it yet. So
Okay,
I think these questions can apply to both of us.
Yeah, that's great because I only have one so far, but in my head, maybe I'll come up with new questions for you as well.
We're also going to be giving away our annual giveaway. So inside this box is not a bottle of Madeira wine, unfortunately.
But we have Coral.
We've got some beer today. We're chilling out at our new secret garage, which I don't really want to talk too much about, but we've got this cool new space. And thanks to one of our patrons, so you know who you are. I don't want to get into it, but we've got exciting things coming over up here, and inside this box is little pieces of paper. So we've got first all of our patrons, all of our Patreon supporters this year, and we've got all of these. Oh, I don't want to miss any, I don't want to lose any,
There's a
but
lot of papers
these are all the
inside.
entries, right, for the giveaway.
A lot this year, right?
I think more
lot.
than last year.
Damn.
I didn't, to be honest, I didn't take the time to check exactly how many, but I think our Patreon account kind of grew a little bit, and we'll talk about that later. But I think a little bit more than last year, yes. So exciting stuff. So that's what we've got here. We're drinking some beer while we set up everything. So today's a little bit of a slow start.
Oh yeah. You want to talk about the fact that we have like a not torn out, but we have a Jeep like behind
A
us.
Jeep, well, yeah.
Different
so-
color. What
different
Jeep
color.
is this? We don't
So-
recognize this Jeep from the videos.
No, we don't. So this Jeep is new. We've got, as most of you will know, I run a Jeep tour business here in Madeira, Hit the Road Madeira. That's where this channel came from. And yeah, we just recently started this new project. We're gonna try and build our own Land Rover. This is for fun, right? We don't worry, you know, for those of you who are thinking, oh my God, I've booked a tour with this guy who builds his own cars. Like, no, we've got professional mechanics who do that, right? And our cars are in tip-top condition, as most of you may know already. And this is more of a project for some of us in the team that we're gonna be wanting to kind of just you know, get our hands dirty, do some boy stuff, you know, kind of like, I think deep down every boy has
to build something, right?
wants to build something, wants to take something apart at least, at the very least, you know.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll just take it apart and sell it off, you know, who knows.
You got to do some time lapses while doing that.
Yeah, we
That should
might
be fun.
We might film it, I don't know. It's more of a personal project for us. It's a learning product for us as well, project, should I say. We want to do some learning about these cars and about mechanic in general. Just really more for fun. So that's what that is. I thought it would look cool in this video.
I think it does, right?
I think it does look cool.
You can see
It is
the whole Jeep and everything.
for all the Land Rover nerds out there. It is a Discovery 1 200 TDI two-door, which is actually
like the EasyJet.
like the EasyJet, which is coming. I can't wait. That's a subject for another video. But this is actually the same shape of car that I started Hit the Road with 11 years ago.
You lost count already? You already lost count on
11
how many
years ago, yeah.
11.
We started Hit the Road Tours in 2012, exactly. So in July of 2012. So we started with one of these, which was me, and one of these, a green one, which I had to sell later on, which part of me still wants to hunt the guy down and buy it back.
Did it have a name?
I think Tiago had a name for it. I didn't give it a name.
Okay.
I hadn't given it a name. I think Tiago might have had a nickname or two for it, but now I can't remember exactly what it was.
The Gecko, maybe?
No, it wasn't the Gecko.
It'd be a good name, actually.
It would be a good name.
Lagartixa.
Lagartixa, who knows? Anyway, we're gonna try not to blab. I hope this conversation is not boring for you guys. I did want to celebrate a little bit, so we're gonna do our first ching for our first celebration.
Official one.
Official one, 1 million views.
1 million views, dude. Still not 10K subscribers, but 1 million views is a hell of a number, right?
Yeah.
It's like surreal.
Anything to do with 1 million is huge.
Exactly.
So 1 million views. Sorry for anyone who thought that we were talking about euros.
Not yet.
But 1 million views. Cheers to you guys.
Cheers, man.
Cheers.
I really want to say that I'm glad I said yes when you invited me to embark in this journey. Couldn't think in a million years that I would have, made so much out of a YouTube channel in terms of opportunities, in terms of, work, traveling, awards even. Life is crazy. And I don't know if the subscribers know, but for those who did a little digging on my past, I started a YouTube channel in 2016, and it didn't go very well, and then I left that project to die pretty much, and now I just post there just to ramble a little bit. And I always was thinking that YouTube had a huge potential to open some doors for me, but since it didn't happen in my personal YouTube channel, I kind of forgot about all of that, and embarking in this journey with Hit the Road with you and seeing that my wishes of making something big into YouTube are coming to realize with this project, it warms my heart. So thank you very much once again for taking me in and to giving me so much creative space and liberty, which is something that I wasn't used to before, only in my personal YouTube channel. Apart from that, never ever I had so much creative freedom that you gave me. And for 3 years of this channel.
Yes. And before we get into that, I mean, I want to talk a little bit about that, because creative freedom is something that I try and promote at Hit the Road, and I'm not trying to be like, I'm the one who does everything, who knows everything. No, it is just my thoughts. But, our drivers that Hit the Road, I want them to be creative, to have the liberty to do you know, what they feel is right to do. You know, when it comes to our tour business, for instance, we're not in the box. There's no fixed itinerary that goes, we're going from A to B to C to D, 15 minutes here, 10 minutes here, like, the tour, the in the box tour.
Yeah.
And I want everybody I think this is kind of like maybe my style of entrepreneurship, of management in some way, which is, to let people do their own thing and to have their own input. And I'd never even thought about that with you because, like you're just the video maker, right?
Video maker, that's a term that you shouldn't call
use,
your filmmaker.
Yeah, I know.
Right?
So
video maker.
It's not that I just never thought about that. I never thought about that. So
Yeah.
I'm happy to hear that.
Yeah, man.
And
of course.
on that note, I want to say thank you as well to everyone watching this video, everyone who supported us, all of our patrons. I don't know if I did that earlier, but I'm going to do it now. All of our clients, everybody who came out with Hit the Road Tours, everyone that I got to see, everyone that I didn't get to see, I'm sorry, because it was a bit of a crazy year. And of course, there's so many of you that I can't get to see everyone. So for those of you that I didn't get to see, I hope I can see you in the future. For those that I didn't get to help, I hope I can help you in the future. And for all of the people who worked with us, our collaborators, the Hit the Road team, or everyone at Hit the Road, and as well at the PopSec studio team.
We can call it a team, finally.
Yeah, so last year we announced that we were starting PopSec in November, right? So when we made this video last year, that was the big announcement, was that we were starting PopSec Studios, which was the film production company.
Yep.
And now we can, thankfully say that is now a team, right?
Yes.
And that we've had a reasonably successful year.
Yeah, yeah. Compared to like other years as a freelancer, the best decision ever was to really start a business because it's different, The clients see you differently, and you have like a structure to have. To invest in more equipment more easily, to get even, I don't know, I'm still trying to figure out how the life of an entrepreneur really is. I just had my first year, and this is only the first stage kind of thing. Not even in the middle of it. You have more experience, of course, as an entrepreneur for 11 years already. You know that 1 year is nothing in the bigger picture of things. So I'm still trying to learn everything, of course, with your help. And but so far it's been crazy. It's been great.
And I did also want to, just before I rattled off with the thank yous, you've had a big year, man. You've had a really big year.
Yeah.
Some great awards. Hey.
Some of them, yeah.
So I don't know if you guys know, but our Andre got the big award for Tregua.
Yes.
Do you wanna tell us a little bit about?
Yeah, very quickly. Last year, I made a documentary inside the prison of Funchal for a project called Tregua from Casa Invisível. Catarina and Cristiana, the mentors of the project, invited me to document it. Initially to document the project, which is to bring art inside the prison walls, to a group of 12 inmates, and to see what impact art has in the lives of these people. Initially was just to document the project, but I saw an opportunity to also tell their stories, and to give it like a more profound story. And it came out really well. I'm very proud of it. And this year we went to our first film festival with this project in Poland, to a film festival specifically for films made inside prisons. So very niche, very specifically. But we got very surprised because we got invited, of course, which is something that it's a courtesy in film festivals, is to invite the filmmakers who made the films that were selected to be part of the project. So we didn't expect at all to win an award. That's something else. So you got invited, that's like something that's normal if your film got selected. But to win an award was completely different. It was my first ever award ever in a festival, in a big festival. I've had some minor awards, but I don't know. It's a mixed feelings. It's like I had to go out of my country to get an award, to be noticed inside of my country. So it's mixed feelings. It's like I'm very happy for it, but at the same time, I had to do the very hard course first to be noticed, like in my, close circuit of filmmakers and producers and stuff like that. So it's been a hell of a year, definitely. Yeah.
So congrats again on that one.
Thank you so much.
Let's get into some questions, all right? So we're gonna speak about our vlog. We're gonna talk about what we created this year with all of you. So first question, Andrea, funnest video to make this?
Funnest? Oh, okay. We made a couple of funny videos, especially these last videos.
The last ones.
Yeah, we did the King of Tourism. That was great. But man, I cannot take the number one spot from the one that we did in January with all the team.
The American
founding fathers. That was so great.
That was incredible, man. Like, and the way that, I mean, these guys are actors.
Yes, I mean, I think everyone has a potential. And I really, really like to work with non-actors specifically, because you can see when you unlock a door, we all have many doors, but when you unlock that door and you see that a non-actor could give like a great performance, that's when you feel, as a filmmaker, realized it's like, damn, look at Hugo, all the problems speaking in English and everything, and we got something out of him, something great. And that's my number one spot, is like that, the American founding fathers, which also was a really, really great video in terms of concept.
It was.
And I think it worked. And having the narration by Alan.
Yes.
Was great as well, like that deep voice kind of thing. It's like, everything was fun to make. Even the sound guy, even the Alex from Studio 21 was the sound guy. Even that we had. And the costumes from ATF, everything was great. Yeah.
Puts a lot of pressure for next year, right?
Yeah, we're starting to think about like
next year. We're not going to give it away yet.
But yeah, that's my number one spot. What about you?
What about me? Funnest video to make? I mean, I'd have to say the same thing, really. Like there were some really fun. I love the King of Tourism as well. Just because of how out there it was. But yeah, I'd have to say the same thing. I think the funnest video for me was definitely that first. Yeah,
trying out the costumes, right?
Yeah, and getting the whole team together, having that group dynamic, because in most of our videos, it's just me and you.
Yeah.
And I'm the guy in front, and I'm the presenter, the face. But having that whole team together and having something that's bigger than just me and you, was a lot of fun.
Definitely. So we only had 4 hours to shoot inside Quinta de Santa Luzia, which, by the way, is a great location. And if you see paintings from that era, and if you see the inside, the interior of that quinta is really close. Like we were so lucky that Andrew Blandy said yes for us to film inside. So thank you once again, Andrew, for that huge opportunity. It was great. 4 hours, that's a record,
Oh yeah.
For what we did with non-actors.
I mean, just today we're already like 2 hours late, but my fault. So it's just today's video, just to do it. Anyway. And I'm hoping this will probably be the same answer, but your proudest video this year?
Proudest video? Oh man. Oh yeah, like that one. Yeah, but then it's a boring conversation,
so
right?
let's do two proudest videos.
Two proudest videos. Okay, that one for sure. Trying to see like all the videos in my mind. So maybe you answer that first, and maybe like something comes up to me. Proudest video.
I'm pretty proud of that video. I think we did an amazing job on that video, everybody. So I'd definitely say that one is up there. If I had to choose one more, my proudest videos this year, I mean, I really like the one that we did about how to make the poncha stick.
Oh yeah, that was special. That was a special one.
Just because we went there and we saw this, it was the maestro, it was José, wasn't it? I think Maestro José. I think his name's José. At the moment, I've putting me pressure here to think, and I'm bad with names already. So, but I believe it was Master José who was making the poncha sticks and all the other memorabilia, and being inside this workshop, being inside this old tradition kind of thing, made me very proud to be documenting that and made a bit of a difference. I know we had been talking about it before, that people had been asking that they wanted to see old people, more old people in our vlogs. And it's stuff that we want to do more of, that I definitely want to do more of. So I was very proud that we could actually bring that out, even though, I kind of already knew him and it wasn't so much out of my comfort zone, but still. So very proud of that. And there was another one that came to mind, and the Blandies video as well. Very proud of the Blandies video. Even though
the Vindimas, oh my God, the Vindimas, that was fun. That was fun to do.
It was fun to do as well.
Very fun.
I was just happy to be there, to have been invited. So thank you, Blandies. It was the first time I'd been invited to a Blandi Vindima in my 12 years in tourism. So I was proud to have been invited to do that, and to document it on our vlog, which I think we're gonna have more moments like that now, especially now that we're at 10K.
Yeah, let's hope.
I think we'll probably be invited more to more things.
Yeah.
Did you think of another one?
Oh man. Damn. Maybe I need to really look into it. It's so many videos, and every week you have like your brain wired to one of them kind of thing. So for me, it's a little bit difficult to really think about one.
Go through the list quickly. I'm going to speak about the next question.
Yeah, sure.
Which is, what would you like to see more of next year? So I'm going to answer this question first, and we'll see what Andrea has to say. I hope you don't just say ditto. I mean, just say that's it. But because that's something I do, it'd be like that. That's the answer.
I think my I'm seeing like some videos here and there, and I have two answers actually. One of them is, what do South Africans think about Madeira? That we didn't do so far. So far we haven't done, apart from your family tree video, talked about like South Africa, your origins kind of thing. And I know that we, in that video, we talked with your brother, we talked with the guys from Gato Legal, and I think that's cool. And it turned out well, because it was not so niche, but I mean, it was towards a community that's very linked to Madeira. And there's like this sentiment of still being Madeiran, even if you never like went to Madeira before or was born in Madeira kind of thing. So I think that video was really special, and that's something that we should like look forward into making more of it. Maybe with the Venezuelans as well, because we have a huge community of Venezuelan families that came back to Madeira. So maybe stuff like that, that one. And the other one that I saw was the Pirates of Madeira, because I love history. I'm a history nerd, and everything related to history, I get so hyped and very, very hyped and very happy to edit videos like that. So those two.
I also would love to see more history.
Yeah.
It was already something when we made that video. I was like, want to do more history stuff. And we do, and I've got here I wrote down just a couple of bullet points of what I'd like to see more of, which is, we've already kind of chatted about this, especially when I came back from honeymoon.
Yeah.
We already spoke about it because I had so much time to think. Although I wasn't just thinking on my honeymoon, so.
Of course, he was enjoying as well.
Of course,
eating, drinking, seeing new things.
It was part of it was for both of Veronica and I to really think about, where we wanted to go in the future, what we wanted to do, and I obviously this is what I like to do. So I did have a lot of introspection on that, and yes, I've got here the first point is to go deeper. So, I find that we've done a pretty good job on our YouTube channel of going wide, in the sense that we've addressed most important topics, where to hike, where to eat, where to drink, the weather, we've even talked about real estate and all sorts of things like that. So we've done a pretty wide, where to park, how to avoid the crowds, all these kinds of things that is very helpful for people. At least I'm hoping, but we get feedback that it's helpful. So it's very wide, but what I'd like to start doing now, and this, I've spoken about it, is to start going deeper.
Yeah.
So part of that, is history, culture, old stories, old things, and a part of it is to remember these things, so because I think that, so many things are being lost, so many traditions are being lost, just if we can see in the last 10 years, like the Wicker, the Wicker stuff. I know there's that project that you've also been part of.
Exactly, yeah.
That I'd like to know more of, and maybe this vlog would like to know more of.
Of course, sure.
But these kinds of things to document these old traditions so that they're not lost. I think there's so much noise out there that people are coming in here and talking about the island and talking about what they're seeing now, that we're not focusing on what's behind.
Yeah.
So I'd like to get more into the history, the culture, and less into touristy, commercial stuff. Obviously there's a place for it, but that's it. Definitely want to go more overseas. I know last year we spoke about this, about Portugal. We wanted to see more Portugal, more wine.
Well, we went to Lisbon. So we made a video in Lisbon, kind of.
True, we did.
Gijinha is there.
We did Lisbon versus Funchal, which was a fun video to make as well.
It was a fun video, for sure.
Actually, I totally forgot about that. So we did actually technically kind of do that, but yes.
Not as much as we would like to, yeah.
So that's definitely out there. We've got plans for it. Hopefully you guys will see it soon, and maybe even on Patreon, we'll start reaching out to people to start seeing our plans. So I got ideas for Patreon as well, but we'll talk about that later. Also more theatrical and more entertainment stuff. Mm-hmm. So I'd like to start doing more things that are PopSec related, like the King of Tourism, like the one that we did with Oscar of the special stuff for Shut Up and Eat.
Or even the one that you will pay. How was the name of that? To rush things in Madeira?
Madeira on a budget.
Madeira on a budget. I mean, even having like those moments, those pockets of comedy.
Yes.
On a very not as serious, but on a very informational video, having those pockets of entertainment.
Yeah.
I think the audience really chill about the fact that you're still getting informed, but entertained at the same time. So maybe making a blend of both is the way to go. Yeah.
Definitely want to see more of that. Want to do more lifestyle stuff. So for people who are living here, they can get some kind of an idea of a way to kind of integrate more into the community, or how to, little maybe lifestyle hacks in Madeira. So we'll start looking at that. It's on the back of my mind. More live videos. I like the idea of the live videos and asking questions about it.
Yeah.
Because I think that those can be very helpful for people who are moving here. They can just jump in a live video and say, hey, what is this scene like there, or where can I do this, or whatever.
And speaking about live videos, I think the one that we did in Blandies went very well.
I mean, I can't remember too well because it was a very chaotic time in my life. That one, we had the big...
But we had lots of questions, I remember that. And we had to stop because the questions were coming in and we were almost 1 hour and 20 minutes into the live stream. So yeah, I think people really have a need to communicate directly with you, probably not in private, like on Instagram or stuff like that, but in like, you know, in a community sense,
Yes.
the live streams.
One of the ideas is, you know, maybe the real estate stuff, for instance. You know, instead of me putting out a real estate video, you know, we can bring some real estate professionals with us, and they can, you know, interact with our crew. Like we can have Mike, we can have a sit down with Mike.
I know that Mike has a podcast now, right? But it's
Yeah.
just for kids and adults, so parents and kids. So maybe not.
Which is a cool concept.
Yeah, it is. It
I
is,
like it.
definitely.
I like it.
Yeah.
And then, of course, I'd like more brands, to work with more brands and to work with more collaborations, to collaborate with other YouTubers and
Yeah.
things like that. So if you're a YouTuber, please let me know, because I'd like to collaborate. So what would you like to see more of next year?
Well, history for sure. History. I really want to go deep into that. There's a lot of like history facts that people have no idea about Madeira. And you know, it's also an exercise for me to learn more about my island. Like I said, I'm a nerd for history, and especially Madeiran history. I have lots of books I've been reading like a madman, like a nerd, this whole year about all of that kind of stuff. And I think we would benefit a lot if we integrate more history into the channel, because I know that when we were filming the video with Oscar for Shut Up and Eat, that controversial ads, I know that we've bumped into 2 subscribers.
Yes.
From Canada, if I'm
Yes.
not mistaken. And the lady told me that we should definitely do more history stuff. And she looked at me and said, "You're the perfect guy to do it, even if Jeff doesn't want to do it. You should do it by yourself." But of course, I'm not gonna do that. I think using Hit the Road as a platform to talk about history could be very great. So yeah, I think that's my wish. I think that's my number one wish. And of course, like talking with, you know, people from here, old people, you know, that do stuff that is being forgotten, like you said. Even the bordadeiras, for example. I know that Bordado Madeira hasn't been the same from the last 20 years. It has been like a huge change. Like Bordado Madeira now is being made by machines. Some of them, not a specific like brand. I'm not talking about a specific brand, but the majority of Bordado Madeira have been made by machines lately. And you know, the real deal is bordadeiras, you know.
And there's a great story behind that, you know. I don't know if you know, but I read up a while when I was reading books, you know, back in the day when I was reading books. I'm actually looking for a new book. But I remember reading about Bordado Madeira, that it was introduced to help the woman find work, because there was no work on the island. So they created this industry to give more work to the locals.
That's beautiful.
It is beautiful, and it was an English family. From what I remember reading, I think it was the Leacocks, who started the Bordado. Don't quote me on it, but I'm pretty certain that it was the Leacocks.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. Maybe he is.
Which I
and
need
of
to-
course, and of course, Vime. I think Vime, the wicker work, should be also taken care of, in the sense that we need to preserve it, maybe in videos, so people don't forget about it or buy stuff from it, because we see a lot of wicker work here in Madeira made with Chinese wicker. Okay, so yes, it's made by Madeirans, maybe, you know, but the wicker itself, it's not planted here.
Well, the problem is then we're going into different things, because now it's the agriculture, and it's like,
Yeah, like it's a whole lot of things, of course.
you
but-
know, it's even Madeira wine is having a problem now as well, because everyone's buying up the prime land that you know you need for vineyards. people are buying villas because everyone wants a villa in Madeira and everyone's prepared to pay like €1 million for a villa in Madeira. So now there's no space for wine anymore because villa is more productive and more profitable.
Yeah.
So maybe, but
Which probably will turn Madeira wine into even more of a luxury in the future.
who knows?
Maybe.
But these are all questions that we need to think of for next year.
Yeah, exactly.
So we got Bordado, Wicker, and wine. It's
Yeah.
like, there's another 3 videos at least. Andrea, what was your biggest challenge this year?
Biggest challenge this year.
And this doesn't have to be related just to the vlog, it can be like vlog PopSec.
Biggest challenge was to I think I had too many focuses, so that's why I really needed to expand the team in PopSec, for example.
Too much work.
Too much work. I was on the verge of a burnout this year.
Yes, you were, I remember.
Really.
remember.
That was affecting my health really deeply, and I had to stop. And I could stop for a week. It wasn't enough, but still helped a lot. Still working on it, My luck is that December was very chill for the first time since I started in this industry. December is pretty much very, very calm. And that's allowing me to focus on the objectives that I want to tackle next year. So it's like every possible time that I have available to think and to stop and to slow down a little bit, just so I can reroute into the final goal that I have for that year, for example, or that month or that week. I will take that time to reroute and think about it. Always thinking about work because that's how I'm built as well. I dream about like PopSec as well. And it's very difficult for me to separate my personal self from my professional self because I'm doing what I absolutely love, which is film.
Yeah.
That's what I absolutely love. So of course my work is me and I am my work. But yeah, my biggest challenge was trying to separate the times that I should rest to be better when I work. Yeah.
What do you think mine was?
Yours?
Yeah.
Well, you had like a huge event in your life. You got married, and that's not easy feat because it's a lot of stuff, right?
Well, yeah, there was a lot of downtime this year for me. I think that of all the years, minus COVID. COVID was obviously downtime for a lot of us. But there was a lot of downtime for me this year because I had the wedding, I had the huge honeymoon, and then I also had the operation. So
exactly, yeah. I forgot about it. Yeah, you had the operation. Yeah.
But so that between those two, it's almost 3 months or more, almost 4 months of my life when I wasn't 100% in the game, doing what I should be doing, should we say. And of course, a lot of this time was in peak times, in good months. March and April were great months for the tour business. There's a lot of tourists, a lot of work. And then of course as well, September and October, also big months. So I think, for me thinking back, and even right now, because I think I'm going through a little bit of a challenge now. We've hired the new driver, which a lot of you will know as well. Fabio came in, in the end of August, kind of thing, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was middle of August or end of August that we hired Fabio. And then, we got the van and we launched Shut Up and Eat. So there's a lot of things that were happening at the same time, kind of thing.
Even though you had like a long period of downtime, you still managed to launch a new project.
Yeah.
And to hire a new driver.
And to expand, So there was definitely, we definitely had a great year at Hit the Road. We had our best year ever. So that's awesome. So not only PubSec have its best year, we had our best year ever. Last year was a great year, and this year we were up as well. But it's certainly a challenging year, and especially to do things, the correct way, to do things sustainably. So you've got, a sustainable business, because, of course, me being out for a lot of the years, that's revenue that we're losing, because I'm not doing tours and I'm not on the road and I'm not doing that kind of thing, and I'm looking out, from outside in. That was my biggest challenge this year, and it was definitely, and it's still a challenge, because I'm still trying to, keep the team together and consolidate everything. And I wouldn't say it's going badly. It's not going badly at all. I think we've, like I said, had the best year ever. And I'm building a great team. Fabio's been fantastic coming into Hit the Road. He's just been going up and up and up, and we're
even participating into the vlogs.
Even in the vlogs,
which is great.
Is a natural,
Yeah.
And Nuno as well. I've seen incredible progress from Nuno this year. He started with us in November of last year, and we brought Nuno on because I was being operated on. I was like, I need somebody else on the road so that we can survive, kind of thing. And Nuno's been fantastic. Jackie has been our intern, and Jackie's been absolutely incredible as well. So I think the toughest part has been that, and I think the toughest part of next year as well will be to consolidate our position with this team, and to make sure that everything runs smoothly and that we all grow. I'm putting most of my effort into my team. I'd like to do some more things, and I've got more projects that I'm going to be talking about and things later. But definitely going to be focusing more on my team. So that's what is the biggest challenge.
Well, so you saying that, maybe it's time for my question. My questions can be a little bit deep. How do you see? So, Hit the Road, 11 years, correct? 11 years old?
Yes, 11 years old.
11 years old. How do you see Hit the Road in 10 years' time?
In 10 years'
when
time.
it turns 21.
It's a good question.
It's of legal age to drink everywhere in the world.
It's going to be a full-grown adult.
Yes.
And finally. So for a long time, this year I was really thinking a lot about stepping out, because I had to. I had to step out the business. So I had to start thinking already in 2022, because when I knew I was going to get operated on, I knew I was going to be at least 3 months out of the game, that I couldn't be driving, I couldn't be earning. So I had to have a plan to be out of the business, kind of thing, and more of an owner, so to be paid to own Hit the Road Tours, which is of course a legit business, and it's working. So a lot of my attention was there, and this year, towards the end of this year, when I went on honeymoon and came back, I definitely felt that maybe that there was like a little bit of a dip. Now, I don't know if it was because I wasn't there, or if we were expanding and trying new things, and that there was that there was too many new things happening, that maybe there was a little bit of a dip, and it felt like I needed to be back in there and needed to be back, kind of in the seat, in the CEO seat. So it's hard for me to say right now where I see Hit the Road in 10 years. In an ideal world, I'd like to say that, I'm financially free and I'm doing other things, and that Hit the Road is part of my portfolio, that, and it's paying me as a sustainable business, and it's running and it's successful. There's a lot of unknowns, of course. I mean, I don't know, for instance, what kind of fleet we're going to be driving. We love these cars, but they're getting older and older.
Yeah.
Parts are harder and harder to find. Are we going to be running these cars in 10 years? Probably not. If not, which cars are we going to be running? Are there going to be new cars? Are there going to be old cars?
Still Land Rover?
Is it
or
still Land
not?
Rover, or is it going to be Toyota, or is it going to
Yeah.
be, Mercedes, or like what? Where is it? We don't. There's these questions that I don't know yet. I'd like to say that it stays Land Rover, and that we still stick with Land Rover because I love my Land Rovers, and preferably, in a perfect world, I would say the Discovery 3 model for the Land Rover nerds out there. I'd like to have Discovery 3s on the road, but I would see Hit the Road as what made it successful, which would be a small operator, niche operator, that is kind of like, if it was a hotel, that would be a boutique hotel.
Boutique hotel, okay.
I like to call ourselves boutique operators, and that essence of Hit the Road will never go away. We won't be a big company with 15 cars and whatever, like never. So it'll be a small team, niche thing, and sustainable. So that's my biggest kind of worry right now, is sustainable. How do you build something that's sustainable, that can keep going, keep growing, and that I can then pass down or to somebody that wants the job of running it. If it's not someone in my family, my direct family, someone, or I could sell it, or I could, pass it on to a team member or something like that. But in 10 years' time, I'm quite certain that I will still be very active at Hit the Road. I love this island. I will not leave this place. I want to retire in Madeira, just like everybody else. Just try to retire in Madeira. So I think that's definitely it. That's part of my life. So I will stay here for sure. And for those who are thinking, what do I want to do next year? Is that next year, yes, I want to do more tours. We've got loads of new ideas for new tours. So I want to try some new things. We've got the Secret Sunrise that we still want to launch.
Yeah.
We've got Shut Up and Eat, which is a whole universe of things. There's
and possibilities as well.
Definitely. I mean, food is huge, so the food tour business, I'm definitely going to be very, very active there. So I'm going to be very active. You guys are going to see me on the road. If you book tours with Hit the Road, you might get me. I say might because I don't want to promise. There's a lot of things going on. But yeah, that's definitely where I see myself. And now, if I dare, I'm going to ask you the same question.
Oh man,
with PopSec.
Well, in 10 years.
In 10 years.
Damn.
You came up.
I'm
with
not
10
ready,
years.
but I'm not ready for that number still. 10 years. Well, I'm gonna be 38. I'm gonna be 38. So, most of the known filmmakers don't get to their first known film until they're 45 years old. So I got time, okay? With the business itself, bigger team for sure, a studio, proper one, because we don't have a physical space.
Physical location.
But I think that's perfect. In this era, you can start a business in your computer. And in our business, we can shoot it anywhere except a studio. And so far for studio shots, we rely on renting. So we have that huge opportunity of starting a business without having a physical space, in in the beginning of the 21st century, for example, that you really needed to have a physical space to get to have a company, for example. So yeah, bigger team, fixed team members, because I believe that a team that has that's included into a business that's related to art really needs to be a really special team. So really special individuals with vision. For me, the most important thing that I want in 10 years is to always hire people with vision, with ambition. That's what I want, that's what I aspire to be as a CEO as well, is to really believe that people have potential and to see that potential in every kind of position that that specific individual is running for. For me, number one is ambition. Number two is technical ability, because I see that PopSec can also be not a school, because we're not a school, and I don't want to teach like the basics to someone that I need for a second camera assistant, for example. But I really to conclude this thought, really, because I could be here for an hour like talking about this kind of stuff. I really want to help people reach their best version, really. And I can use PopSec for that, in our benefit, for the team, for the production studio, but for each individual as well. So I can help them being their best like professional. And in order to, me doing that for them, having that platform for them to grow, they can also like give back as well.
Well, that's certainly something worthy of building. So
yeah,
I think we've gone on quite long. Is there?
Yeah, exactly.
Is the battery still okay there?
It is. Look,
it is?
You see that red thing there? It means it's recording still.
It means it's recording.
So maybe it's time for us to.
I got one more question for you, which I'll do after the draw.
Yeah, sure.
Because I think I don't want to run out too long. First, I'd like to say thank you to everyone. We're going to do the draw now for the vacation. So I'd like to say thank you to all of our members. You're going to have to put these names on the screen like you did last year. I'll send you the...
Sure.
So let's, I'm going to go through them real quick.
Okay, you wanna do half, or you wanna tell everyone everything?
Yeah, I mean, we can do half. Let's do it. So...
Okay, give me half of the pages.
So then. These are, wait, let me see here. Yeah, there's half.
Okay, cool.
So I'll go first. So huge thank you to all of our patrons of 2023. Mike, Glenn, Kathy, Fred, Cassia, Carly, Dana, or Donna, Dana, I think. Apologies to anyone who I get their names wrong, which I probably will. Don, Shanice, Elizabeth, Stefan, Makoto, Grover, Michael, Laurie, JR, Oliver, Stephen, Suzanne, Tom, Andrew, Stephen, Christiane, Jacob, Claudia, Kenneth, Christina, Rebecca, Allison, Hal, Jan, Christina, Simone, Monica, Kate, Tony, Jessica, Christopher, Christine, Seamus, Stefan, Amy, David, Edith, Brett, Alda, Sienna, Casey, Abby, Anna, Donovan, Mikasa, I'm not sure if that's a profile name, Michaela, Aika, Ted, Rick, Evan, and MT.
Elena, Matthew, Sporticus, Amy, Donald, Robert, Toby, Carlos, Claire, Bill, Ivana, Josh, Neilyu, Digital Vista, Britta, Chris, Fabiano, Ron, Claudio, Enoch, Moritz, Pietre, Jacob, Matt, Robert, Mark, Chris, Liz, Neil, Per, Johan, Richard, Monica, Leslie, Olaf, Denise, Melanie, T.L. Johnson, Jason, Miri, Elena, Annika, Richard, Jackie, George, Mark, Douglas, Alan and Sue, Eileen, Alan, Jeff, Yun, and John.
Thank you guys. For a lot of you, there's a lot of months of support there. And as promised, for every month that you are supporting this channel, you get an entry into the draw. So a lot of you got 12 entries, some got only 1 entry, 4 entries, 6 entries. Thank you to all of you guys. All the best of luck. We're gonna give away 3 prizes All right, 3 giveaways, and Andrea's gonna pick them. So I'm gonna.
Oh no!
Yeah, I made all of these this morning. I'm not
What
gonna
a
do-
huge!
So
Oh, that's a huge responsibility.
I'm gonna do a little bit of a
Just one.
shuffle.
Just one.
You know, quick disclaimer: we are not a casino, right? This
Exactly.
is not some kind of, you know, we're not doing any kind of illegal gambling here, right? It's not a lottery, right? This is purely a giveaway from the bottom of our hearts. So yeah, for third prize gets 2 seats on one of our tours that hit the road, one of our group tours. So that's East, West, Sunrise or Sunset, to join one of our groups in 2024. If you're coming out to Madeira. And if you're not coming out to Madeira, then we can chat, we can figure it out, right? So Andrea, stick your hand in there.
This is for third
This
prize.
is for third prize. You need to get 1 only, so make sure you're not
Just
picking
one.
up like 2.
Just one. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go for the bottom. Just one. This is 2, right?
No,
Now it's
you got
1.
1, right?
1. Okay.
Yes.
So third prize, 2 seats on a group tour.
Yes.
Yes. Christopher with 2 Fs.
Christopher with 2 Fs.
Christopher.
Christopher with 2 Fs.
Christopher.
We gotta check.
You gotta check.
Which Christopher? There's
Christopher.
probably like a million Christophers here.
But Christopher with 2 Fs,
2
probably only 1.
There's probably only 1, hey. But I don't
Christopher,
think. I think it's
Christopher.
only going to be Christopher here.
Yeah,
but
just
we'll
Christopher.
figure it out. Because I just copied and pasted these ones. So yeah, Christopher, well done.
Christopher.
We will.
Third prize.
I will
2
definitely-
seats in a group tour with Hit the Road Madeira.
So I will check that out once I get home and send you an email. Once this video comes out to all of the winners. Second prize is a private tour with me. Okay, so you're coming out here, you get to spend the day with me, and I will show you Madeira on one of our Jeep tours.
With just this individual, right?
Yeah,
Just one
well,
seat. It's a private
it's
tour.
a private tour, so it's up to 6 people. So they
Up to
can,
6 people.
It could be them and their.
You can bring
know,
your friends, your family.
your friends, your family, your significant other. You know, up to 6 people in the car. So
Cool.
Private tour with me, Andrea.
Oh man. I'm not looking.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm not looking. Maybe this. Maybe this. 1, yeah?
1, yes.
Okay. So, second place, private tour with Hit the Road Madeira. Okay, up to 6 people. Amy Knapp.
Amy Knapp.
Amy Knapp.
Well done, Amy.
AMYKNAPP.
Right.
Amy Knapp.
Amy Knapp. I will see you next year, hopefully. And again, if not next year, then you know we'll figure it out. All right. And final draw.
First prize.
Right. 7 nights or 6 nights, 7 days in Madeira on us. No flights included for 2 people. So it's accommodation, all right, and tours. And we will talk about the tours when you come out. We will figure it out. Last year's winners, Melanie and Grover, did the big walk with us. So they got more than what they bargained for. They got 10 nights. This year, we don't know if 2024 we're going to be doing the big walk yet. That's a whole other thing. But it will be a vacation that you will enjoy, flights excluded and food and drinks excluded. So this is the big one. And that
Exactly. Big one.
big one. Get
Huge.
in there.
Huge. So 7 days, 6 nights, right?
Yes.
Accommodation included and tours, but not the flights or food and drinks. Okay, so this one. I think this is the one. This is the one. Okay. So the big winner of the draw is Stefan Haars.
Stefan.
Stefan Haars.
Haars. Well done, Stefan. You won
Stefan
yourself a
Haars.
vacation in Madeira. So we will email you and the other winners as well. Congratulations, guys. Remember, if you want to win for next year, we do this every year, right? Well, this is the second time we're doing it because it's the second time we're on Patreon, second year on Patreon, which is better than last year. Just a quick one about Patreon. I'm really excited about Patreon now because they've done some updates to the app. So things on Patreon are looking a little bit slicker, a little bit nicer, which gives us as creators a little bit more freedom to put cooler things inside. So for only €4.50, you can support this channel so that we can bring you more cool stuff. And what we've done is we've created a service so that you can actually get some support planning your vacation and so on, and getting some resources from us to make your life a little bit easier. That is well worth €4.50. So yeah, thank you very much to all of you guys. If you want to be in next year's draw, then make sure to sign up for our Patreon account at least from January.
Patreon.com/hittheroadmadeira.
Yes, and the link will be in the description below as well. And yeah, so for the last question, Andrea, before we finish off the vlogs for 20
and say bye-bye to everyone.
Bye to everybody. If you could choose one person to be in the vlog next year, who would it be?
Who would it be? Okay. Well, I said last year that I would love to have Cristiano Ronaldo's mother. We didn't do that.
We didn't do that. We did mine instead.
We did yours. What was yours?
Alberto João Jardim.
Well,
we didn't really do
we
it.
didn't really.
So now we've got at least 2 people we need to do next year.
Yeah, of course. So
just a little ambitious.
Mãe Dolores and Alberto João Jardim. Well, maybe Alberto João Jardim will be easier because he's now an actor. He's a film actor.
Well, he made that film, didn't he?
He didn't make it, but
well,
he starred in some films.
I forgot about that. There's that. I actually really want to see that, and I don't know where I can see it.
Feiticeiro da Calheta was one of them, I think, and the other one is Cartas de Fora. I think he stars in that. Yeah.
I'm gonna chat to you about that afterwards.
Of course, sure.
Sorry.
Last year I said that one of the guys was what's his name again? Nathaniel Drew, because he's Portuguese now, Portuguese citizenship. He lives in France, but he's from America, so something weird like that. This year I'm gonna say the guys from Yes Theory.
Yes Theory?
Yes Theory.
Okay.
Big guys, big ones, into traveling around the world. Please come to Madeira. They never came here. They never went to Azores, as far as I know. So choose Madeira, not Azores. Azores for later. The guys from Yes Theory, that would be amazing.
Okay.
What about you?
For me, there's two. One of these 2 I would like to see on the vlog, and it's like I've got some ideas about it already, and it is ambitious.
Okay.
But I don't think it's impossible. In fact, I really don't think it's impossible, but I can't speak for other people. You know, I don't know if they want to, maybe they don't want to. But I'd like to see either Miguel Albuquerque,
okay,
right, our current president, because I feel like I need to speak more about, and I want to know more about the future. You know, like, I don't know if this is me almost reaching parenthood, that's kind of starting to think about like, what are my kids gonna be experiencing? But I'm also very worried about, you know, the Madeiran youth, especially when it comes to the challenges that we're facing right now, that the whole world is facing, but here in Madeira that we're facing a lot of is like the escalation in prices, the housing crisis. So I'd like to kind of be a little bit more involved in that and know exactly what's going on. And I'd like to pick his brain a little bit to know what is going on. And, you know, I guess I could probably do that if I read more of the newspaper and kind of follow more what he's doing. But I'd like to just get that insight. So that's number one. Number two would be a little bit easier, I think. And I've kind of got a humorous idea that I'd like to do if he'd be up for it, would be Eduardo Jesus, which is the Minister of Tourism.
Yes, and culture.
And culture.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm very bad when it comes to government.
Tourism and culture.
Politics and stuff. I'm so bad at that kind of stuff. Like I'm part of a couple of associations and stuff, and I kind of have an idea what's going on, but I'm very bad with all of that structure. I think just structure in general. So I'd like to, but you know, I don't want to be stepping on anyone's toes or like creating waves, you know. So if any one of you, you know, want to be on our vlog, Mr. Albuquerque and Mr. Jesus. Is that how I say it?
Yeah, Eduardo Jesus. Senhor Secretário, Eduardo
Senhor
Jesus.
Secretário,
E Senhor
Eduardo
Presidente, Miguel Albuquerque.
Yeah, estão convidados, quando querem passar um dia connosco, ou 1 ou 10 minutos. You know, they probably can't afford a day, but or we probably can't afford a day. So like 10 minutes, you know, I would like to maybe
make it
have
15.
one of them. 15.
Let's make it 15.
Yeah.
But
So
before we go, I think should we go over very quickly the most successful video this year and the least?
Yes,
It's a huge gap.
it's a huge gap.
Ooh, it's a huge difference between the least successful.
I think
and
I
the
know
most
which one is the
successful.
least. To be honest, I don't know if I know which one is the most.
So the most watched, it's easy. It's the 15 tips to visit Madeira in 2023.
I thought it would be
54K,
54,000 views.
54,000 views. But apart from that, because this is, of course, you already know that this kinds of video is
of course. Everyone
get
wants to
traction.
know. Yeah.
After that one, 28K, 28,000 views. 10 things you should never do in Madeira, which is a controversial video.
Oh yeah, a couple.
It even went on the newspaper website.
Yes, it did. Yeah. Yeah, and then the least one is the making of the founding fathers.
Yeah, how we film our scripted videos behind the scenes. 554 views. Please help that reach
Yes.
at least 1,000.
Go watch that video now.
Watch it.
We're gonna put that
Watch
one
it.
on the link on the box on the.
Yes, we'll do it.
We'll do that one. All right.
Here, I think it's here,
Yeah.
this side.
Exactly. And on that bombshell, Andre,
Let's hit the road.
let's hit the road in 2024. Cheers. Let's finish our beer. We're getting more. You finished already.
No, I have a little bit.
You got you have enough for.
Yeah. Oh yeah. When we reach 10K subscribers, let's see what kind of contacts that, what kind of emails that you'll be getting.
And maybe that'll
for
be
sponsorships
an
and
easier
stuff.
way to speak to the president. You know, it'd be like, dear Mr.
Maybe,
President, we've
maybe.
got 10,000 followers now. You know, this is not some YouTuber.
Exactly. Yeah, it's not just YouTuber. We're becoming famous.
Yeah.
Where we already had like Blandies supporting some of our videos. What about Coral, man?
Yeah, hey, sure.
Yeah, we got.
We're working on it.